I'm live. I'm live. They said I'm live. What's up, everybody? I am going to give you a couple minutes to come on and pour in. And if you're going to catch this on the replay, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm trying to hit that goal of 1,000 subscribers. We're going to talk about Black Lightning. Black Lightning on the CW. Black Lightning is back. Episode 3. We're going to get into it. I give you guys a couple minutes to come on in. The show just ended like all of 5 seconds ago, literally. So I'm gonna let you do that while I pull up my paper. Let me pull up my stuff online so I can make sure there's no lag. Make sure y'all drop your comments below in the chat, or if this is post chat time, let me know what you thought about this episode. If you have a small YouTube channel, drop your name below so you guys can subscribe to each other. Princess, what's happening? How you doing? How'd you like this episode? Give me 1 second to pull it up. Okay. Almost. It was great. Nice to see you too. It was a great episode for sure. I'm just trying to pull everything up, homegirl. Hold on. We're going to get into it. Episode number 3. Ooh, we got 2 people. Yeah. Make sure you hit subscribe, you guys. I'm trying to hit that goal of 1,000 subscribers. I'm so happy that this show is on. I love Crest. I'm talking about I've been a fan of his since Living Single Days. Scooter with the shoulders. Yes. Oh, thank you. You subscribed already. Thank you. You want to drop in. Catch the replay later, okay, Princess? Big shout out to you, homie. Thank you. Will do. Appreciate it. Let me pour my little drink just so y'all know I'm not sipping no liquor. I'm not sipping liquor. It's just Pellegrino. I like it. Get thirsty, get all dry mouthed. Yeah, I got a metal star. I do. You know why? Because I like Ross. I like Ross and Marshalls. I like to shop there. Okay. So let's get into this episode. It's episode number 3, Black Lightning. Episode number 3. This episode is called LaWanda, the Book of Burial. We're at the funeral, and it was a sad one. It was good to see a couple cameos with Lady Eve, a.k.a. Jill Scott. Is this the way? And to see Pinky from Next Friday on here being the Reverend, and it really sucked to see him die. He passed this episode. Oh, it was so heartfelt. Khalil! Oh, Khalil! You know how I felt? You know what I felt like? I'm gonna let you hear how I felt. Khalil! You know how I felt? You know what I felt like? I'm gonna let you hear how I felt. Ricky! And he ran. And he ran. Poor thing, he got shot up pretty bad. But look, Anissa, aka Thunder, she's figuring out herself, and I'm like, come on, figure out who you are as a character. They had a great Easter egg with the Outsiders, the comic book in Grace's pocket, and if you're not familiar, it's like this whole metahuman super group for DC World, and it's got like who was in it? Black Lightning was in it. Batman. Just look it up. It's pretty interesting. I was wondering if they were going to do something like Easter egg throughout every episode or every other episode, and they did it, so that was really cool. They're showing you basically you can't be great. You can't be a good superhero without practice, and that's why we saw Thunder out there in the junkyard, and we saw Black Lightning kind of figuring out his suit and what he can do with new technology and advancements and whatnot. It was cool. I really liked that. The music this episode was really good. They had Mary, Don't You Weep. It was more so church themed because that was basically the theme of this episode, religion and whatnot. Like I said, Aretha was singing Mary, Don't You Weep. They had I heard Thunder. It was a rap song that was dedicated almost to Jennifer, basically. I'm like, oh, snap. Black Lightning has his little song. Thunder has her song. That's what's up. Then they sang Amazing Grace in it. We had, as far as like cinematography or whatnot, the scenes, we had 2 outside of just regular shooting, it was like blue, lit blue. And that was when Jennifer was at the junkyard, it was blue. And then when she was in the club. And I thought that was pretty cool. Make sure y'all drop your comments in the chat. Say what's up so I know you're here. And subscribe, hit like, and all that good stuff. Um, what else was going on? They posed the question of, what's your pulpit? What's your pulpit? Henderson was ticked off. We know his is the streets. The pastor is trying to preach to his flock. The pulpit for Jefferson is, the community and definitely the students at the school. So it almost is like something they could tweet out later. The producers or whoever the tweeters are out there for, what is it? The writing team, I think they have their own Twitter page too. But it's a question you can ask yourself: What's your pulpit? What are you doing to better the world, better the community, get your message out, and fight your fight? That was pretty cool. But for Jefferson to be like, hey, yo, look, how do you shower? I'm like, oh, how do you shower, boy? Just say what you wash. Just say what you wash. And he ain't do it. He wasn't clocking it. Khalil wasn't all there. But, man, Ricky! They didn't shot that boy. They shot that. Oh, man. But he called him out with the whole athlete feet situation. That was funny. What else was going on? Jennifer. She's a teen. She's basically being, if you watch The Gifted, there was a teenage hero trying to figure out his powers, figure out himself, because he's still like 15, 16 bracket, right? They're young. They're still doing what typical teens do: drink, smoke secretly, get busy doing, a little bang bang on the table type situation. But they're having that whole rebellious phase, and that's what she's going through. So I like how they're keeping it pretty much 100, keeping it real when it comes to that. Now, when we saw Lady Eve, I was so happy with her office, and her office was cool because it's basically a throne. She's sitting on a gold throne. It's gold, white, and red in the room. It was very pretty, but at the same time, we know what Lady Eve does. Lady Eve is running like this funeral parlor. And anytime there's a funeral parlor in a show, they typically show, hey, yo, look, these aren't the people you really want to mess with. They can do whatever they need to do with the bodies. They can they can dispose some things. They can cover up some stuff in coffins, selling some weight, pushing things that the common eye could ignore. So I'm very excited to see more of her. Hopefully this isn't a one and done situation with Jill Scott, because she's a legend. She's off the chain. She was in that James Brown movie, Get On Up. That was good. That was real good. She was on the ceiling getting it in. I was like, go ahead, Jill. Girlfriends, which is a direct basically relation to this show, because Salim Akil and Mara Brockakil, this is their show, and Mara Brockakil did Girlfriends, and if you're a fan of Girlfriends, you would know that Jill Scott was one of William, the characters on there, one of his, so now you kind of remembering, can relate it back to each other, so that was pretty cool. I really like Henderson's character and his stance on this on the show, not just this episode. To see Lynn, that's cool, because she's being wife. I thought she would have been like the angry chick, which she's not, and I'm very happy they're not playing her out to be that way. And I'm happy that she's stepping up to still be there for her kids, love them, and she still has so much love and respect for her husband, ex-husband. So will they rekindle that? I hope so. I really hope so. What else was going on? So they having their Pinky, aka the Reverend, he's having his whole take at the Million Man March, and they're making it the 100 March, and it's basically saying, hey, the gang with Tobias is the 100. They off the chain, they reckless, they killing people, they got a whole prostitution situation going on, and we don't want that. So what do we need to do? We're gonna take a stance, and we're gonna have 100 of us represent and do the right thing. Well, Tobias wasn't having that, and Jill Scott wasn't having that, and that's where we had this whole shootout situation, and he went crazy. He took just stabbed that fool, stabbed him right in his hand. I said, now why would you ask him for gloves? If you didn't already come in there with the gloves on, you knew dang on well you were. That's not a good thing. That wasn't a good look for him. So I'm sure he gonna die soon. You will not be Mr. Lala. You will not be Latavius or whatever his name was. You're gonna be Leftavius, because your left hand is all messed up now. You happy? Make sure y'all hit subscribe. I just want to throw that back out there once again. The goal. What else was going on? Tobias, like I said, Tobias set up the shootout. What I love about Crown Down playing this part, um, his voice, it's very unique. It's very strong. It's almost like James Earl Jones. Very, just that prominent tone. You know, he wears the great suits, just like the comic book. That he gives you the same witty, crazy. Just he's just all off the chain. He's so far left. You know, Black Lightning is kind of he got his ear to the street. He knows what's going on. He's still professional, and he's not too far gone from reality. But Tobias is just like off the chain. Like he's such a good new age villain that I'm freaking in love with this dude. And his whale, he has the whale little pin on his what is it, lapel? I guess you could say well on the lapel. I feel like a rap well on the lapel. Uh, but it's so fly. It's the little things in the show that just really make me fall in love. Can I take a sip? What else is going on? Y'all drop a comment below too and let me know who's your favorite character. If y'all just dropping in, I saw two more people just dropped in. We're catching up on the show and we're talking about Tobias and how he's off the chain. Drop a comment or in the chats. Let me know what's going on, how you feel, your thoughts on it. But Tobias is crazy with his words. Last episode, he called them thick-lipped Negroes. And I about fell out my chair when I saw it. I said, thick-lipped Negroes, are you, what? CW, this what y'all doing? Y'all saying this? Like what? It's not all gonna be us. It's not all gonna be a lot of melanin. It might be other people watching this. Are we supposed to be embarrassed? Are we supposed to be mad? Y'all telling the truth, right? I love it. I love it. This episode, he said, a church of Negroes. Is that what he said? A church going Negroes. Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of church going Negroes. I said, oh my God, this guy off the chain. Then he said, kill that electrified freak. I'm like, Tobias, wow. He's so angry. He's like, I killed this dude. Why is he back? So now it's like his street cred isn't everything that he thought it would be. Wow. Let's see. What else was going on this episode? I guess my questions would have to be, I have about 4 questions. I'll read them off to you. Why did Gamby delete the file? Why did he delete the file? Will Lynn take her daughter Jennifer in? I don't know. What it would take for Thunder to get on the streets? Like, what is it going to take for her to, is it going to be like someone close to her will be hurt to make her just go all out and just be out there and use her powers and hone in on it? I don't know. And what is Tobias afraid of? We know he's not the highest up on the totem pole. Obviously, he has respect, and he has to answer to someone. So I'm thinking it's Jill Scott. But I like this episode. I like what they're doing with it. LaWanda, the Book of Burial. It was cool to see them not just one and done her legacy, her story or whatnot in that one episode. Now, with the whole shooting. So we get to the shooting and the bullet misses Black Lightning and it blasts the pastor, the reverend, right in the chest. So he's dead. Bam. Now the bullet evidently went past the pastor and it went through him and took out Khalil. So now we have this young man who has so much talent, like Ricky. I can't think of anything else besides Ricky from Boys in the Hood. Here goes this talented athlete. Once again, this track star, aka Ricky, was a football star, and just gun violence. It's a shame. I like it. I like this episode. I don't like what happened to him, but I did enjoy this show. I think they're off to a very good thing, and it's creative. It's got a good message. And like I said, they don't have him looking crazy with that Beijing. It looks like a freaking marker split open and somebody just piled black juice all over his beard. He looks like an ordinary guy in a clean cut suit. He has a family and he's trying to basically help his community in Freeland. So I love it. I love it. If y'all love it too, drop those comments, let me know. And I'm out of here. That was my quick recap for the show. Until the next time. Peace.